Alright, so we're going to be going over Galas, Zola, and Della, Yeh Go, and Nagi. Nagi's cool. I've been looking forward to Nagi for a long time as a... Why is this up in my face? As a unit in the first time. In the first time? For the first time. So, Nagi and Yeh Go are part of the Alpha Stars. Or whatever. Not the stars. They're not the Alpha Stars. The Stars. They're part of the Stars, alright? In the story. So, not really spoilers that they're units here. But, you know what? Let's head in here with Galas here. 3-star base, 5-star max. Where he should be. Because he's garbage as far as I'm concerned. His TMR is a 2-handed greatsword. 130 attack with 10% defense. It's basically just revolving saw with 10% more defense. So, not that big of a deal. Not that big of a deal there at all. And as a 5-star max in the 7-star meta, he's going to have to do something really special. Oh, and look, it's a 17-hit LB, and that's about it. Maybe he's got some cool chaining frames somewhere. But you know what? As a 5-star max, that's not going to save you. So, he's dumpster dead, just like he should be in the story. So, like, he's gone. Later. Now we have Zola and Della, 4-star bases, 6-star maxes. And like I said, but in the 7-star meta, you have to be doing something pretty strong as a 4-star base to be used. So let's see what he does. His TMR here is a materia, 20% attack, 40% spirit with an instrument, and 30% attack with a bow. So if you can dual wield harps and bows, you can get 50% attack with this. I don't know of what dual wieldable harp you can use with attack, but maybe you can do it. All right, maybe you can do it. He's got a nice weapon selection so far. LB here, 14 hit physical damage attack, 9.0 multiplier. Ooh, reduced their spirit by 70%. That's not really gonna save you as a 6-star max, 4-star base. Got Blizzaga, 40% breaks. So it's not terrible. Like when he comes out, if you had just started the game, if you're watching the future series right now in reverse because they're already out like 5 months from now and you're just now starting the game, maybe you can use them. Maybe you can use them then. But for us right now, you don't want them. Defense breaks and stuff, nah. Increase all stats by 80% while singing to all allies for 3 turns. It'll be a sizable unit to have on your team. But outside of that, not so much. Not so much. Zola and Della. I don't even know why you're 2 people because it looks like you do one thing and that's called be a bard. But alright, we'll go with that. And we have Yeh Go here. Yeh Go is the whip wielding, Marlboro riding badass. Okay, so let's see what they have in store for Yeh Go. 20% MP, 40% whip mastery, and 25% equipment attack, true double hand. 25% true double hand is a really odd number because I don't think there's a single other 25% true double hand. In JP, you can stack this obviously. So if you're using a whip wielder that's true double handing a whip, you can put 2 of these on, you know, get 80% attack and 50% true double hand, and that makes it better. But I will guarantee you when it comes out in global, you won't be able to stack it, even though it's pretty much worthless without it being stacked. So that's interesting there. And then her super TMR, or the super TMR, is a 2-handed whip, 176 attack with 1.05 to 1.55 variance. So I think that's 1.3 on average. So it's the same as a 2-handed greatsword as far as average variance goes. Greatswords are 1.0 to 1.6, but that's a thing there. And then we come down in here. Let's look at the base stats here. So we have 269 attack after pots. It's pretty decent. I think Squall actually is higher than that. No, maybe not. I forget what Squall's is. But Squall, I think, has really high base stats for as new of a 7-star as he was. Equipment selection. The only thing you are going to want to care about here is the bow or the whip. So the other ones don't really matter because you want to put whips on them. I'm going to guess because he's got whip mastery as a TMR. I whip my hair back and forth. Dude, he's got a Marlboro, man. Is it a boy or a girl? You know, Professor Oak me on this character. Is it a boy or a girl? Marlboro Bite is his his. I keep saying his, but I want to say it's a girl, but it might be a boy. Who knows? It might be a man. Are you a man? Are you a girl? Are you a man? Are you a woman? 1 hit physical damage, 26 times multiplier to all enemies, inflicts 6 random status elements. It is a female? Alright. I'll have to say she then. She, not him. She, her. She, her. 6 random status effects. Garbage, because this is not going to work on any bosses whatsoever in the game. So, that's a thing. So, it's 26 times single hit chain finishing attack. And then 6 random nada things is what this is. Aroga and Aroja. Increase HP and MP by 20%. 3.5 times multiplier physical attack. That's alright. Emergency Mulbro. HP flat 3000 heal with a HP and MP regen over 3 turns. Okay. The Good Friend Mulbro. Increase attack, defense, magic, and spirit by 20%. Mulbro's Tentacles. Cast Death. Or 1 hit physical damage, 2.8 multiplier to 1 enemy. You might look at this and go, oh, cool, dude, Arena. No, dude, it's going to be banned in Arena because anything that auto deaths is banned in Arena outside of a limit burst. Anything that can randomly do death, yeah. Anything that's just like, oh, death, no. Only LBs that can death. All right. And we have Mulbro Rider. Increase attack by 30%. Give you 50% true double hand. Physical and magical plant and demon killer by 50% as well. We have Bad Breath here, 4.0 multiplier. Oh, I'm getting bad vibes. She's got low multipliers and this status ailment thing, man. This doesn't do anything to any bosses at all. At all. It's almost like I didn't say LBs. Oh. Or random. Reduce resistance to ice, light, and dark by 60% for 3 turns to all enemies. That's pretty cool. And then you gain for 3 turns some 56 MP move, which we will see later on. Robust body, decrease defense and increase defense and spirit by 30%. HP and MP by 10%. Wildly, I don't know if I like Wildly or Wild Whip better, but we'll go with Wild Whip. 3 hit, 4 frame, physical attack, 4.8 multiplier to all enemies. Okay, so it's an AoE move. Makes it a little bit better. Lonely Shadow, 30% attack buff and HP and MP regen. That's fine. Ground Whip. I think we found the skill. Ground Whip. 7 hit earth physical damage, 5.6 times multiplier to 1 enemy, reduce its earth resistance by 6% for 5 turns, and give you 3 LB crystals. Best skill so far. W Whip enables the unit to double cast any skill. Okay, so you can dual cast any skill. Not even like any skill other than just any skill. So even the cooldown skills that I'm sure that they will get at 7-star. That's pretty cool. And this is a chaining skill, so you can dual cast this and chain. 5.6 times mod, it's not the highest. I don't know if it's backloaded or not, but alright. 3 Comets of the Gamma Star. This is a trust ability here. Increase attack by 50% when armed with a single weapon, so 50% true double hand. 80% chance to ignore fatal damage and your HP is above 30%. That's fine. Nothing broken. Reprint. Is this reprint? Not like repent. Reprint. Available on turn 1, 7 turn cooldown. Increase your attack by 250%. I swear to God, if it gives you triple cast, I'm gonna be so mad. Oh, it doesn't. Remove attack, defense, magic, and spirit debuff from the caster. Increase your break resistance to 100% for 6 turns. Okay, but you can dual cast this, so you can dual cast this with something else. You'll never be able to get broken. Yada, yada, yada. Pretty cool. 250% attack buff as well. And then Brutal Whip, non-cooldown skill, 7 hit, 8 frame, 7.0 multiplier, earth physical damage. You don't need an elemental whip. You can just use your own whip. And reduce earth resistance by 80% for 5 turns to 1 enemy. So, she's a true double hand chainer with earth element is her thing. Okay. So far, anyway. Increase MP by 20%, increase attack by 20%, equipped with a whip, and then more demon and plant killer. Dude, you're gonna get this unit, and you're gonna be like, I haven't beat Great Mulbro yet. You're gonna go in there and just be like, demon and plant killer, Mulbro v Mulbro, bro. And you're just gonna tame them. You're gonna tame them with your whips. You're just walk, walk, walk. I don't know why walk, and I guess walk is my whip noise. I don't know. But she's gonna destroy Great Mulbro for you. Don't worry about it. Mulbro v Mulbro, just going with an army of them. An army of 7-star, whoever this girl is, and just whip it good, dude. Get your Mulbro. Done. It's over. And you'll get another whip. You get Marlboro Tentacle. It's all in the cards, man. It's all in the cards. Very well designed unit. Yes, very well designed. They don't even have the Great Marlboro Trial over in JP. They have like a better Marlboro Trial, but they don't have ours. All right. Whatever. Very toxic Squeeze Whip. Available on turn 3, 2-turn cooldown. Cast Death. Oh, what the shit? Cast Death 30% or deal 8 hit physical damage, 16 times multiplier to all enemies. And then, a 7.0 multiplier bleed or damage over time effect or poison, whatever you want to call it. It's not a poison because it doesn't poison them, but it's like a bleed damage over time effect for 3 turns. So like this is what I'm talking about. Kryla needs to get something like this when she gets a 7-star form. Some damage over time that scales with her stats, right? So you'll do the 16 times multiplier, and then every turn for the next 3 turns they'll take, a bunch of damage equal to you attacking them with like a 7 times multiplier attack for 3 turns. So this bleed right here is basically another 2100 multiplier, which is cool. Only thing I don't know about the skill is that it's cast Death or deal an 8 hit. Hopefully it's smart enough to know that if the enemy's immune to death, it'll just automatically cast the 8 hit. Could you imagine like taking 2 of these? Like you take yours and you take your friends and you're like, all right, we're going to dual cast. We're going to use Toxic Squeeze Whip. And like yours does the damage. And then your friend's like, oh, I want this trial boss. I'm going to try to death it, bro. And it's just like, immune. And like you just don't chain because like someone tried to death and someone. I hope to God it's not like that. That would suck so bad. That would kill this skill. You have 30% chance to do nothing, basically, is what that would say. 30% chance to do 0 damage on a trial. Hopefully that's not what it does. Marlboro Support, randomly use Marlboro Support, Breath, or Marlboro Support. 50%, 40%, 10% for more support. All right, we'll have to see what that does. HP plus 20%, bonds with the Marlboro. Resistance to all status ailments by 100%. 150% damage mod for pounding. Girl, listen, no. And then Ground Whip and Wild Whip multipliers are increased as well. Related skills are we have the Breath Fresh. This is that 56 costed MP skill we went over before. 1 hit physical damage, 6.5 times multiplier to all enemies for 5 turns. So a 6.5 times damage over time effect. Okay. Inflict 5 physical, 5 random status effects. That's garbage. And then Ice, Light, and Dark, 75% of Pearl. That's fine. Okay. Marlboro Support. This is the 50% chance. 6.5 times multiplier. Okay. Bad Breath, 4.0 with some status effects and some imperils. And then 10% Marlboro Support. 100% to 1 turn. I mean, like, okay, what? This is so bad. This makes this skill right here so bad. This is like, you can kind of do all these things anyways with other skills, Like, if you want to status ailment someone, you have like 3 other skills that status ailment people, right? If you want to imperil someone, you have skills that do that too. If you want to do a 6.5 times mod, you can do that too. Right here, literally, Breath Fresh does all of these things. And this is just random. So like if you try to like chain finish and you just get the 10% and you just do an imperil instead, that's so much feel bad, dude. It's so feel bad. So she's alright. She's just held back because she's all based around these status elements, which at the time when she comes out just will be so far gone from the metas, even in arena. Like even nowadays in arena, like you run into people who just like once you're up in the higher tiers and stuff, like people have a bunch of like free ribbons or Santa Roselias with resilience or just like units who just are natively immune to like petrify and paralyze. And as we get more and more 5-star bases and stuff that you can use in the arena, even 4-star bases, a lot of them are like, oh, I'm immune to stone and paralyze and confusion. It's like, oh well, this kind of unit's not very good. So not last but not least, we have Nagi, who's pretty damn strong. All right, like True Double Hand is like the meta, and she's a dual wielder. And she's still good. All right, so because I looked into it a little bit before, her TMR is a hat with 35 attack and 35 magic. So hybrid units rejoice. 10 defense, 12 spirit. Her super TMR is materia that gives you 20% attack, 50% magic, and 60% true dual wield. Yikes. Boy, it's girls. How many stats do you need? True dual wield, attack, and magic. If they make Frivia not a double hand user and they make her like dual wield still her better thing. 20% attack, 50% magic, and 60% true dual wield? How many stats do you need? How many stats do you need on one piece of materia? That's crazy. That's ridiculous. Ridiculous. Alright, so she has 7-star max. Her attack, 267 after pots. Her magic, 249. Crazy. Her equipment selection, swords, katanas, daggers, rods, whips, fist weapons, hats, clothing, light armor, and robes. So that's pretty cool there. We'll hit the translate. Hit him with the translation. So her LB here is the Fantasy Possession Firefly. That's a weird Firefly. 12 hit hybrid attack, 30 times multiplier. Remember, it's hybrid. To one enemy, increase your attack and magic by 230% for 3 turns. Not 250, but 230. But she gets both attack and magic by 230, which is insane. Alright. Phantom Projection, increase your attack and magic by 30%. Water Shadow is a 1-hit hybrid attack, 7.5 times multiplier to all enemies. Remember, hybrid, and it's only 1 hit, so that's not that good. Ice Grain, 1-hit hybrid attack, 7.5 times multiplier as ice to all enemies. So she's like got 2 chain finishing skills. Remember, these are 5-star skills. Yin and Yin Shadow Stitch. Why is it Yin and Yin Shadow? Is it Yin and Yang? Is it supposed to be Yin and Yang? Hybrid damage, 5 times multiplier. Attack and magic to one enemy, inflict stop 40%. So, okay. It's not 12 hit. That's level 12. It's level 12. It's not 12 hit. It's 1 hit right here. Yeah, this site's a little bit different. It's 1 hit. It's not XVS Wiki. This is the FFBE Reddit Wiki. So, like, this stuff over here is in this column where it says level. Otherwise, this would be a 56 hit, and I'd be like, oof. But I almost said that too. Contradiction, increase your defense and MP by 20%, recover 5% MP per turn, enable a unit to equip 2 one-hand weapons, so it gives her dual wield. Okay. Secret Notes gives her attack, spirit, HP, and MP by 20%, increase your magic by 20%, go for the fist weapon, and 100% confusion resistance. So you're going to want to put a fist weapon on her to proc this magic, I guess. 1 hit hybrid damage, 5.5 times multiplier to all enemies with poison. That's whatever. Increase physical magical killer by 25% against demons, humans, and reapers. Then we have glare. All right, 7 hit holy explosion, divine ruination. It's called holy explosion in JP. Divine ruination. So the Orlando family. Hybrid attack, 13 times multiplier to one enemy. Reduce resistance to light by 60% for 3 turns. This is her level 66 star skill. That's glare. And then we have dark, same thing, same multiplier, same hit, same family, 60% in peril though. Hawkrat Par, thank you for the tier 1 sub, man. Welcome to the classroom. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Put your ring on, take a seat, enjoy yourself, man. So she got light and dark, and they're innately light and innately dark. So you don't need to put like a certain weapon on her. You can swap between the two. Pure Heart, increase attack by 20% and increase attack and magic by 20%. We'll go up with a fist. So that's the second fist mastery passive, and they make you immune to poison and blind. They have Drowned Student, 16 hit, 10 frame, hybrid damage, 11 times multiplier to all enemies. I don't know what this chains with. 16 hit. 16 hit. I'm not sure what that chains with. Inflict poison, blind, confusion, sleep, and reduce ice and wind resistance by 60%. So that's pretty interesting there. I don't know the chaining family for this. If it was a 10-hit skill, I'd tell you it was probably the Absolute Tranquility frame, but it's not. Then we have 9 stars. If you put her own TMR on, which is her hat, she gets 50% more attack and magic, and then 50% demon, human, and reaper killer when dual wielding, which is insane. And then we get the projection Dark Rambu, 30 hits, hybrid dark damage, 15 times multiplier to all enemies. I think this chains with a couple of different people in the game with similar 30 hit skills. Then we have projection Destruction Rambu, Cooldown skill available on turn 3, 2-turn cooldown, 1-hit dark hybrid damage, 28 times multiplier to 1 enemy. And then we powerfulness available on turn 1, 4-turn cooldown. Increase your attack and magic by 200% for 3 turns to the caster. Reduce ice, wind, dark, and light by 80% for 3 turns as well. That's pretty cool there. Magic plus 20%. And then true projection. Increase equipment magic by 50% when dual wielding. So 50% magic, true dual wield. 30% dodge. Increase your limit burst damage by 20%. And then get 1.0 multiplier increases for your 46 MP costing skills. And a 2.0 multiplier increase for your 60 MP and both your 52 MP costing skills. So all of her chaining skills, these get a 2.0. So these are all 15 times multipliers up here. This stuff, like the Divine Ruination chaining family. So she's like the light dark Ferivia of 7 stars. If Ferivia is going to be a dual wield unit, and then if Ferivia is going to be a true double hand hybrid, Ferivia will be like a copy of Kurasame. So it's pretty important. If you to take a look at like Nagi and Kurasame as like a template, like a groundwork level for like what Ferivia could do as a 7-star. Because if they try to push Ferivia as a true double hand unit, even if it's a hybrid, there's already a template for that in Kurasame. And I have a video on Kurasame up on YouTube. We covered him on Twitch a pretty decent long time, pretty decent while ago, we'll say that. And he's like a ice hybrid damage dealing unit. And then if they want to make Ferivia a hybrid dual wielding unit, she'll probably end up pretty similar to Nagi, except she'll be, you know, locked to ice instead of all this random stuff. But yeah, that's Nagi, dude. Nagi's not bad. Nagi's not bad. I mean, I don't think she's broken, but her super team are definitely broken. If you're going for a true dual wield meta, her super team are actually like lit dual wield actually back into the JP meta a little bit, but like you have to have so many good. You basically have to have her super TMR. It's crazy. Sometimes even like 2 of them, unless your unit already has native dual wield, true dual wield. So like, and even then, it's not like dumpstering on true double hand anything. It's like trying to catch up still a little bit. So by far doesn't make true double hand bad in comparison. It just helps dual wield catch up for sure.